Milestones. Baseball's majesty. And baseball's magical moments.
Starting. Line drive down the right field line and in the corner. Chasing it is Bass. Hernandez is halfway to third. He's being waved in as the ball goes to the wall. Strawberry will go to third. And the Mets lead 1-0. So Darryl Strawberry hits it into the right field corner. And Bass never got the carom that he wanted.
You don't have a lot of room out there. The ball is over Davis's head. He gives it a good try. And Hernandez is going to take off, obviously, with 2 outs. He's not going to stop until somebody puts up the red flag. Not that fast, but he sees now he's got to go, and he'll make it easily because Bass just couldn't come up with it.
It's amazing how the emotions will go up and down. 1 minute, the crowd roaring after 2 strikeouts and an 0-2 count on Hernandez. Then the walk and a triple, and the crowd somewhat stunned. And protected in the Major League draft for the last 5 years. 8 wins and no losses. 0-1. Johnson is switch hitter. 9 of those home runs as a left-handed batter. The run now starting off right after Johnson 0-2. And he gets one to drive to right and deep. Bass going back, and it is gone. Howard Johnson hits his 18th home run, his 10th left-handed. And Danny Darwin gives up his 9th home run this year. And the Mets immediately jump out 2-1.
And that's what 2 things that happened on that home run. First of all, the Astros come back to tie it. You want to hold the other ball club and thinking you have the momentum. You don't want them to score when you score. And with the 2-strike, no ball count, he gives Johnson a fastball he can pull. And it's a 2-1 lead for the Mets. He was rather disgusted with himself, and rightly so.
The Howard Johnson who homered last night comes right back to homer today. 1 ball and no strikes. Bouncer over the mound, over second into center field. Santana will hold at second base. Young came right out from under his cap to make sure there'd be no play.
Some people feel that it's just
get overly complicated, I guess. Line drive, base hit to center. Here comes Santana, and Gerald Young had a play but bobbled the ball. He was in such a hurry to make the play he couldn't find the handle. So Santana scores, and the Mets lead 3-1. And Gerald blowing bubbles.
Backman doing what he does so well, hitting it right back up the middle. That's his game plan, is from the middle to the left field. And Young thought he had a play. You could see charged it hard, but lost it when he bobbled it. Takes a lot of that,
I'm sure. Fly ball to left in trouble. Jose Cruz coming in a hurry, and he cannot get it. So Dykstra will score. Backman to third. Hernandez to second. 4-1 Mets.
Looked like the pitch was inside. Hernandez tried to inside out and really didn't hit it that hard, but just hit it perfectly for the 2-base hit. Cruz gives it a chase, just can't come up with it.
Then tried to short hop it and couldn't do that. It'll go as a bloop double for Hernandez, and the Mets now leading 4-1, and we're only in the second inning. A 14-game hitting streak. A pitch to him, and he lines off Doran's glove, and 2 runs will score, and the Mets lead 6-1. That was one of those sinking line drives with a lot of topspin on it. Doran had it, and it got away.
And he did something I think he rarely does. He reacted by thinking he would catch it, and he stops. Watch now. The ball gets by him, and right here he just kind of stops. And now he starts to chase it.
They haven't flashed it yet. I would certainly assume it's an error. Now they put E4. So 2 more runs coming. And hit right back to Leach. Good play. He throws behind Santana, who makes a marvelous turn. First getting the throw behind him and then completing the double play. Excellent play by Rafael Santana.
That was a good play because anticipation makes it an easy play. Once you got it, you have to know who's covering. Now, Leach knew that Santana is covering. He's got the ball. He's got to lead him a little bit. And Santana reaches for the bag, catches it low, and gets it over the first base in good shape. Good
It's a good thing that there was a runner like Alan Ashby coming down, because he never could get to him. He isn't even in the picture barely, because when you have to lean back to get a throw, if you have a hard runner, you're in a lot of trouble. The wild start here as we go to the third inning, and maybe this was a tip-off that boys will be boys. Jim Deshaies with his battery-controlled automobile running it around in the wide open spaces of the great indoors of the Astrodome.
I hope we got that one where he hits one of those. There it is.
Oh,
yeah,
flips.
it hit the zipper.
Wow.
One of the zippers here. They got a lot of zippers on this AstroTurf.
You know, that's Johnson with the same number of RBIs as Darryl Strawberry and just 3 less home runs. And drives it to deep right field, hooking in the corner, and it's going to go fair. Home run for Howard Johnson. That's his 3rd home run in his last 6 at-bats. And actually 2 of them a walk. But he's really been a terror.
From up here, and the replay may show us, it looked like a curveball. He got about belt high inside, right? Just perfect. It was not that good fastball. Now we'll get a good look at it. Right, belt high. Oh, he got. Oh, did you see him turn on that one?
So the Mets with 2 home runs today and 3 home runs last night. David. And he talked about Lou Burdett. He said looking at him would make coffee nervous. That's one hit in the left field corner. McReynolds on the run, backhands it, and disappears from our view. Look at that ice cream. Oh, what a catch by Kevin McReynolds.
He gets it right in the weapon, it looks like, because he comes out right there. And what a catch.
Big play by McReynolds, and the Astros are gone in order. 7-5 and definitely inscrutable Kevin McReynolds after making a dazzler, taking an extra base hit away from Glenn Davis. But you'd never know it with his demeanor in the dugout, even climbing the wall for good measure. Another day in the ballpark, Kev.
Say, you wind him up and put him on the line.
There he goes. Pitch is a strike, and Hojo stolen another, and for good measure, he'll take 3rd. So Howard Johnson has stolen 18 out of 22 and 2 today.
Ashby had an idea because we had a great shot of him looking into the dugout trying to get some confirmation is what he was doing. Now, he doesn't really pivot. You saw him just take that kind of flat-footed, and he threw a sinker into center field. But he was thinking it, and he was as if somebody would have just said, hey, pitch out, he would have done it.
Which brings up a point. A catcher is not allowed to call for a pitch out on his own, even if... And that's probably banged into right. Tagging up is Johnson. Bass throw cut off and relayed by Glenn Davis too late, and the Mets are leading 8-5 on a walk, a stolen base, a throwing error, and a fly ball. So Barry Lyons picks up the RBI as he gets his man home. That's the 3rd run scored by Howard Johnson. So the Mets leading by a more comfortable 3. And the batter will be Rafael Santana. Busted bat and a fair ball inside the right field line. Lenny on his way for 2. And the throw by Bass not in time. So a cracked bat. It sounded like he hit it with a banjo, but he hit it into right field for a leadoff double.
Anderson kept coming inside. He made a great pitch to Santana to strike him out. Came back and got Dykstra in on the hands. And now inside, breaks his bat. Dykstra hits it hard enough to get it past Glenn Davis.
So Davis couldn't figure that Dykstra would pull the ball. The single went to center field, and when he grounded out, he hit the ball to 3rd. But he was able to hit it over the bag. So Lenny, it's up there. And that's going to go the other way. A flare into left center for the base hit. Dykstra scores, Hernandez holding, and it is 9-6 Mets. So Strawberry comes up with his 2nd hit and his 2nd run batted in.
Just took him the other way. outside part of the plate, and if he tries to pull him, he may hit that ground ball to Doran, but he goes with him and singles into left field.
And Doran chases one in the dirt. A frustrated Doran is retired at first base, and this one is history, as the Mets getting great relief pitching from Randy Myers and McDowell. This week's NBC Miller Lite Player of the Game is Howard Johnson with 2 home runs, 3 walks, and 2 stolen bases. Miller Lite happy to present a check for $1,000 in the name of Howard Johnson to the Multiple Sclerosis Society. For Joe Garagiola, this is Vin Scully. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the Golf Classic coming up. That's next on NBC Sports. See you Tuesday night from Oakland.